love doing comedy. When I first started as a stand-up, I was a substitute teacher. And in the training to be a sub, they said, don't have sex with any of the kids. And the guy next to me wrote that down. I was like, what are you doing, buddy? You know that's a law, right? That's not just school policy. You should not be learning anything right now, much less writing it down as if you might forget. They found my name weird at the sub. It's Raanan Hershberg. I'm a Jew. Any Jews here tonight? All right, just my parents who came to see me clapping. I'm a Jew from Kentucky, which is like being a unicorn in many ways. Yeah. I'm not a practicing Jew. I don't like train for it or whatever. But I like Judaism. I like the Old Testament. That's the one we follow. I mean, you all follow it too, but we only follow that. And I like it. I like how it begins. It's like, in the beginning, God said, let there be light, and it was good. I love that, and it was good. It's like, even in the beginning, he's already a very Jewy God. It was good. It could have been better if I had a little more time. But for 6 days, it's not that bad. It's okay. What do I know? It's not great. It's not great, but it's okay. I was rushed. Very Jewy, very self-deprecating. Everyone's Jewish in the Bible, the Old Testament, but the New Testament too. It's all Jews. It's a Chinese restaurant on Christmas. It's just filled with Jews. Jesus was a Jew. He was. He was a short little Bernie Sanders rabbi Jew. Just on the Sermon on the Mount, all I have to say is turn the other cheek. Is that so hard? 1% of the Romans have 98% of the wealth. His mother was a Jew. She looks all stoic on the statues, but she was a big bosomy Jewish mother. She was probably at the cross freaking out. Jesus, what are you doing? It's not too late. You can still become a lawyer. Like your cousin Herbie. I don't mean to make fun of religion. I know people get touchy. People get touchy every year about the Starbucks cups. There's never enough Christmas on the cups. You're always furious. They're on YouTube. Not enough Christmas on the cups. This is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. There should be Christmas trees on the cups and Christmas lights and the 7 stations of the cross around the cup. And the coffee should be dyed red like the blood of our Savior. And it should come with a communion. It'll be a croissant, but it'll be shaped like a communion. And the Starbucks drive-thru should look like a confession booth. And the barista should be dressed like a priest, and instead of saying, "Can I take your order?" she should be like, "How long has it been since your last Starbucks purchase?" People are always mad. They're always mad, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. The owner of Starbucks is a Jew. So go fuck yourself. Just be happy the cups don't have drawings of Woody Allen spinning a dreidel. Imagine if the rednecks saw that shit. What the fuck? Woody Allen spinning a dreidel, Seth Rogen unwrapping presents, Milton Berle lighting a menorah. Trying to do a Jew for every generation in here. It's a wide gap. Wide gap. The main thing they took off the cups this year that everyone got mad at was snow. That was the Christmassy thing. They took off the cups. Even though, fun fact, Jesus didn't know what the fuck snow was. Had no idea. And people are mad about that. People are more mad about the lack of snow on coffee cups than they were about the lack of snow in the world. That's a disturbing lack of priorities. And if you are a Christian and you don't believe in global warming, let me just remind you, there's a really famous story in the Bible about the dangers of not listening to someone who says a flood is coming. It's the best that joke's gonna do in Kentucky. What can I say? I gotta say it though, it'll be illegal to say that joke pretty soon. drowning in Noah's flood. That's what I was talking about. I do feel bad for the people, no child left behind. That's my philosophy as a comedian. I do feel bad for the people drowning in Noah's flood, because you know when they're drowning, they saw that ark pass, and they're like, I wonder who he decided to save instead of me. Is that a fucking squirrel in there? And another squirrel and a fucking possum? This is bullshit! People got mad at the stupidest shit this year. People were mad earlier this year about a black stormtrooper in Star Wars. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it yet. And people are mad about that. They're mad. They're on message boards, fucking black stormtrooper, this bullshit. Which is hilarious to me, because I didn't know there were racist nerds. Did you? Did you all know that? I didn't know those two communities overlapped. I want to be one of these guys. What an interesting person. Just some racist guy with like a Confederate flag next to his Battlestar Galactica poster. Just furious like a black stormtrooper. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? What's next? A goddamn Mexican in Hogwarts? Let me tell you something. Last time I checked, it was Doctor Who, not Dr. Jew. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm mad right now that a level 9 wizard running out of healing potions in Dungeons and fucking Dragons. And Ghostbustering is a man's job. That's right, I'll say it. Woman's hands are too dainty to hold the proton pack. People were mad about Ghostbusters this year, weren't they? They were furious. They were like, you ruined my childhood. How? Your childhood already happened. How did it retroactively ruin your childhood? It's a movie, not a pedophile in a time machine. That would ruin your childhood. That's a new show I'm working on for Adult Swim. A couple weeks ago, a guy came up to me after the show and he goes, man, you must be excited that Trump's president. All the material he's gonna have now. All the material. Yeah, really looking forward to that. No, I am. All those easy jokes I'll be writing under the candlelight of whatever concentration camp I've been assigned to. All that easily flowing material I'll be jotting down while driving a burnt-out Jeep through post-apocalyptic America. There'll be no more economy, but hey, I'll have jokes. And that's all that matters, because I'm a comedian. Fuck the economy, just give me fodder. A lot of racial tension in the country now. In my hometown of Louisville, where I am right now, I repeat that line a lot on the road. And I forgot I'm actually here tonight. I'm from, anyway, a couple months ago, or maybe it was like 6 months ago, there was a neo-Nazi protest around a mosque in Louisville. I don't know if you all remember it. Yeah. And there was, okay, one guy, he'll love this bit. And there was a neo-Nazi protest around a mosque, and there was a Facebook event page for it. Yeah, there was a Facebook event page, and there was 50 people attending, and my favorite part, I fucking love this, 12 maybes. Isn't that great to know that even in a neo-Nazi hate group community, apathy is a big problem? Even in those communities, people are like, I know the Muslims and Jews are destroying the world, but who has the fucking time? I was in a cab the other day, and the cab driver said he doesn't think gay people should adopt. And I'm like, why not? And he said, because it's too hard on the children. I'm like, yeah, but it's only hard on the children because of people like you. Yeah, what? You can't sympathize with a hardship when you're the hardship. That's like a guy in the KKK being like, I don't want any black people moving into this neighborhood because it's just going to be too uncomfortable when I put a burning cross on their yard. It's going to be awkward for the whole family. The excuses people use for racism are the best. One time my grandpa said something racist and my mom tried to defend it. She's like, well, he's from a different time. He's from a different time. And I'm like, yeah, but the only problem with that is he's not. He's from right now. He was from a different time, and then time moved forward, and he's still in fucking time. That's how time works. If you're alive right now, you're from right now, motherfucker. You can't be like, no, I'm still in the 20s. Everyone treat me like that. Old people, certain old people, not the ones here tonight, you're all great. Certain old people only have trouble adjusting to racism and homophobia. They don't have trouble adjusting to other changes, and it's hypocritical. Like old people will say, I don't think black and white people should date, because that's not how I was raised. And that's fine, you can say that, but then I don't want to ever see you riding an escalator. Because you weren't raised with that shit either, my friend. Every time you see an escalator, you should be like, who put this roller coaster in the mall? Sometimes I read articles that make me furious. I read an article recently that made me so angry, and it might divide the room a little or further than I've tried to divide it already. But this article, it's a true story by Karen Ballard of the Washington Post. And the article is about an octopus named Inky that crawled out of a tank in a New Zealand aquarium through the window and back into the ocean. And the line that made me so furious, I'm trying to bring it up without getting too angry. Karen Ballard of the Washington Post wrote, "This cephalopod version of Shawshank Redemption." She compared it to Shawshank Redemption, even though it is the exact fucking ending of Finding Nemo. I don't care who you voted for, that should piss everyone off. There's no connection to fucking Shawshank. None. All right, obviously you're not as mad as me, but look. This is unacceptable. So I wrote her an email. I got a lot of time on my hands. Dear Karen, never in my life have I been more outraged by a missed opportunity to reference Finding Nemo. I don't fucking mince words. Your inability to notice that all the elements of the story you were covering were almost identical to the escape scene in Finding Nemo is an even greater injustice than what Tim Robbins had to endure in Shawshank Redemption. How could you make such a glaring error? The only excuse I can come up with is that you ironically suffer from the same form of dementia Dory suffers from. Let me guess, you don't even get that fucking reference. Please become better at making the appropriate movie references or immediately offer your resignation at the Washington Post. Sincerely, Junicorn. Now, she didn't write back. But 2 months later, she came out with another article that I couldn't help but perceive as a secret fuck you to me. And this is a line from the article. Convicted killer Matt Harris recently escaped from a prison in Tennessee by using power tools to dig a hole through his cell. a hole he covered each morning behind a poster of Rita Hayworth. This human version of Finding Nemo. Thank you all, that's my time, you've been wonderful. You are a great crowd.